Has plants. Anna?
Sorry.
What do you got?
Larry,
Yeah.
Robin.
Yeah.
I got laid.
Too easy.
I had to get it out of the way because apparently we were going to use it at some point. You're going to learn how to make lays here at the Chicago Botanic Garden during the Orchid show. Nancy Clifton's here for a little botanic backyard because someone asked the question. I just purchased an orchid. How do I take care of it? I don't consider orchids like wash and wear plants. I think like I could kill it so quickly. Is that true?
You could. There's some very challenging orchids,
Okay.
but your basic orchid for the homeowner would be something like the cymbidium, the dendrobium, or the phalaenopsis are the most common, easiest orchids to grow.
Okay.
So one thing to remember is that, many of them are tropical, so they don't like anything below 50 degrees. So 50 to 95 degrees.
I understand them.
They like bright and direct light. So you don't want direct light, maybe curtain filtered, so they do need bright light. And then, I think watering and taking care of them, that's the challenge. So
How often?
Well, one thing is you want, depending on the orchid, they do like it usually evenly moist. And what you'll find is there is like this orchid pot, because they really like a lot of air by the roots. So all these holes in the pot is for an orchid pot. The challenge becomes the watering. So one thing you can do is, if it's very dry or you're just not sure, you can do a little dunk. So taking tepid water, do not use ice cubes. There's some rumor going around that you can use ice cubes. Don't do that. So take a nice...
They're tropical. They don't need ice cubes. Okay.
So you can take some tepid water, do a little dunk, keep the water off the foliage, and take care of that watering that way. Or, just a little... watering can, water, avoid again the foliage, water early in the day, and then to create humidity you can keep it on a tray of watered pebbles. Things that they're typically planted in are very loose and airy to begin with, so not your typical potting soil. Very often there's bark. You can buy it bad. Sphagnum moss and sheet moss is often used for orchids.
Nancy, a lot of people give up when the petals start falling and they have a bare orchid. Is that you shouldn't throw it out.
Shouldn't throw it out. It will flower again. Many times the flower can last from 6 months to a couple of weeks. These last for a very long time. The one thing is very often what happens is the foliage isn't all that beautiful once the flower's gone.
Right.
So you might have a holding place. A lot of people, they get their orchids into flower, they cut back the flower stalk when it's done, and then they put it in another room where there's bright and direct light and just kind of hold it till it forms another flowering stalk.
Nancy Clifton, thank you so much. We'll learn more and see more beautiful orchids from the Orchid Show at the Chicago Botanic Garden, which starts this Saturday all the way through March. We'll show you more coming up.
Thanks.